Welcome back, folks, to the most interesting time in human history. Today we're looking at LumaLabs AI's Dream Machine. This is an AI video generator that is very, very good. As you know, earlier this year, we saw the likes of Sora AI, and just recently we saw a new Chinese AI video generator that is also pretty much nearly as good as Sora AI, but we didn't have access to either of those. Dream Machine by LumaLabs, though, is free right now for you to try on their website, and that is a huge deal. Let's check this thing out. Like I said, folks, LumaLabs here is not messing around. Dream Machine is a high quality video generator. By the way, this interactive website's pretty cool. We can kind of hover over these to slow them down a little bit and watch them, but realistic looking people. We have characters that look like they're straight out of an animated movie or something. I mean, it's awesome. And it's especially awesome because we can actually access it right now. So a little bit more about Dream Machine itself. Obviously an AI model that makes high quality realistic videos decently fast with both text and images as possible inputs. So you could take your Midjourney generations, for example, your DALL-E 3 generations, and toss them in here as well and animate them. They also note down here that it is highly scalable. And what does this mean? This essentially insinuates that the more and more GPUs we have, the higher and higher quality generations we can get out of this model. It doesn't cap out like previous AI video generators. They also describe it as efficient. It's a transformer model trained directly on videos, so the generations here are physically accurate, consistent, and eventful. The reason that they're saying that it's eventful here is, as you guys might know from Pika Labs or Runway ML, those older video generators, they're kind of slow moving. They don't really have a lot of action or realistic movement in their shots. Dream Machine is LumaLabs' first step towards building a universal imagination engine. Very, very interesting, and it's available, like I said, to everyone right now for free, which is really crazy. And again, we have some more examples down here. It's just absolutely breathtaking. It's so darn exciting. Like, we're starting to see these Sora competitors, these high quality video generators come to the public. This is the first one we really have access to, and you can actually put prompts in yourself. So it does like a frame per second of generation here. As you see, 120 frames in 120 seconds, iterate faster, explore more ideas, and dream bigger. Obviously action-packed shots here. We have lots of movement going on with these balloon people, or we have this, person who's riding a ski mobile, or we have something that looks like it's straight out of a movie, a guy holding a firearm up there. These all look very, very impressive. No doubt they're all cherry-picked, of course, but we have access so we can see how good this thing truly is today. I really want to put it to the test. Right now we get 5-second shots with realistic smooth motion. All right. Good enough for now. Obviously, we can generate more as this thing evolves, but this is sort of the V1 alpha stages of this video generator. I mean, check all of these out, though. This is amazing. Look how consistent this all is, too, with the backgrounds and the styles. I mean, it's really, really impressive stuff. It's at that level where it's competitive with Sora for sure. Oh, man, it just keeps getting better. All right, so current limitations, we got morphing, movement, text, and Janus, which, okay, yeah, that's just more morphing. Dang, this was a really shocking announcement from Luma. If you guys don't know anything about Luma, essentially they're known for their 3D models. All right, so I want to go ahead and try a typical lemon generation, right? Close up of an anthropomorphic lemon sipping on some lemonade on the beach. Alright, it seems like the Dream Machine is experiencing a lot of server load right now because I can't get any generations through. However, my incredible Discord community has got some generations through, so let's take a look at those. These next 3 generations come from Rorotuck on my Discord server. This one is quite horrifying for our first generation, just letting you guys know. This is a guy eating a lemon, and there you can see definitely looks like he's trying to bite into the lemon, but once the lemon moves away, his mouth is just absolutely horrifying. Still, the movement is so impressive, and the rest of the guy's face looks pretty great. This is endlessly entertaining, and I just can't wait till we can actually get some generations through. Yeah, the movement's what's actually impressing me about this. Oh my god, like, talk about horrifying, though, with his mouth, like... What is that? What is going on there? It's so scary. All right, this one, though, we did get a better version of a guy eating a lemon, and this one looks a little bit more realistic. You know, he's moving his mouth in a pretty nice way, and then he takes another bite of the lemon, and it looks all right. You know, it's not perfect by any means. In comparison to Kling AI, not as good, because the Kling AI kind of specialized in humans eating. But in comparison to Sora, which we don't have access to, we don't really know. Still, the movement is so impressive. This is miles and miles better than anything we've seen come out of Runway ML or Pika Labs or any of the other video generators that have hit the market so far. This is the first one we have access to that's really like an echelon better. I mean, it's surprising. All right, we've got a dude eating some spaghetti, and these are really difficult prompts. I want you to keep that in mind. Like other kinds of shots like we saw in the demos are a little bit easier to create than something like this. Someone eating is possibly one of the most difficult things you could have the AI generate as a video, but I think it came out pretty darn good. All right, now we've got some community-made ones. So these are going to be some more, let's say, normal prompts, but this is nice. This is like a cinematic shot of someone overlooking, you know, maybe another world. Looks like it's kind of out of Star Wars or something, but it's just this nice panning shot. The rocks are very consistent. The girl is very consistent. You can see that her clothes are blowing in the wind, and it all looks very nice. It is very, very cool because we can kind of get this new creative aspect flowing here that we didn't previously have. You know, we can have this old retro TV and these butterflies flying around it, like all these really creative, nuanced ideas that just were not possible before. It would take way too much money, time, and talent to actually create in real life. You can just get your ideas out there really, really fast in a nice, easy way. It's just this new creative motion exploration tool. I mean, it's so unique and so awesome. We really are living in the future, guys. I cannot express to you guys how excited I am for AI generated video. And I think you guys saw a lot of these before, maybe in some of the demos for LumaLabs. Some of these videos came out really well. You can see the reflections on her suit look really great, and overall just impressive generation. And like taking a closer look at this one, for example, it's very clear that they have the capability to do different aspect ratios. Like this is an actual cinema aspect ratio, and it looks quite nice. The fire in the background, you know, he's talking. This one actually looks really, really cinematic and very realistic, like impressive, except for the mouth's a little bit weird. Here, you know, we've got some anime going on where the camera pans around this girl and she's looking at something. The anime animation actually looks really, really good. I think that's probably one of the things that it's the best at that I've seen so far, at least from all of these different examples. I mean, that's like almost usable in like an actual footage, let's say, right? Oh, and folks, this just in from my Discord, it seems that video to video is going to be coming soon, so we can input videos as our starting point for our generations and then sort of prompt them and edit them from there. So clearly we had some guy maybe holding fire, maybe this is the original gen up here in the corner, and then we can do, you know, ice or like this purple magic or what looks like grass flowing around. I mean, it's all very, very, very cool. So that's gonna open up new creative possibilities. We don't have access to video yet, but that is something that I am very excited for because I want to just upload videos of me doing stuff and see if I can edit them in like a super creative way, you know, give me crazy hair, give me superpowers, something like that. I mean, we all dreamed about creating videos like that when we were children. I mean, at least I did. I loved to mess around with like iMovie and stuff, and this just offers so much more capability. I would have loved to have this as a kid. Again, from my Discord server, here is a nice Dark Souls looking-esque generation that LumaLabs created, and you can see, you know, all the fire moving around the character. Again, this looks almost like a scene out of a movie or a video game like Dark Souls. It's very, very cool. This thing is no joke, and it gives gives us all, for free, at least today, the capability to create generations of this caliber for the first time. Really explore your creativity. Here we can see the model generating this like weird Roblox simulation thing. I mean, it looks like it's half Minecraft, half Roblox. I'm not sure exactly what's going on, but it looks pretty cool. It shows you that it has way more capability to do styles that are not just realism or cinema. It can do video games. It can even do stuff that looks like iPhone footage. Like, check this one out. It actually starts out looking very photorealistic, and it kind of tricks your brain into thinking, you know, if someone just sent you a video on your iPhone, for example. Same kind of goes for this one of this guy, but he kind of transforms into a cartoon character halfway through, so it's a little bit strange. I mean, that's that morphing that they said is a limitation here. This one looks very, very cyberpunk. That's a really nice shot. All of these, again, are brought to us by Roro. I'm not sure how many he actually generated himself and how many are just found from the community, but it is really insane what's possible. Here we've also got another one that looks like it might be from like a Call of Duty style game or something. We've got the puffing smoke in the background and the character walking up. Check this out. This is pretty horrifying. They've taken a nice selfie of me in my room here, and they've uploaded into LumaLabs, and the people I'm talking about are the viewers on my Discord server, and you can see that they have turned it into a video, and it definitely still resembles me quite consistently over time, but I'm taking a nice bite of the burger there. I mean, this is kind of horrifying. It's kind of like this really creepy deepfake video of me just like eating a burger in my room. I mean, it works though. It works. It looks pretty legit. I mean, I really don't know what else to say other than I'm a little creeped out, but I'm also pretty impressed by the AI technology at hand. It just looks so strange. Roro gets us another gen here. It seems to be like a monster roaming through a liminal space or something, and the camera zooms all the way down the hallway and up to his face, and he's kind of just chomping with those big scary teeth. It's really cool looking though. Like, I love the reflections and I love the movement. It's so fluid. It's so much better than any other video generator that I've had access to before. And again, guys, I'm super upset right now because their servers are just kind of not working for some people, including me, which means all of these generations here made all these quite some time ago and nothing. Oh, and guys, I just noticed if you do go to account here, they do have a few different plans. 30 free generations per month, which is nice to see at least. They do let you explore the model and try it out for free. Then it gets very expensive, and this will give you an idea of how expensive it is to generate this AI video. Sora is probably not much different than this, guys. $30 a month for 120 generations, 100 for 400 gens per month, and $500 a month for 2,000 gens per month. I mean, open your wallets. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, everyone's going to probably try to make a bunch of free accounts like over and over with different emails and try to get access to the free plan over and over again. We'll see if I can't talk to LumaLabs, and maybe at some point I can give away some of these plans for you guys. I think that'd be pretty cool. Okay, right here it looks like we have some more found footage style stuff, like Backrooms-esque horror vibes going on, and it looks very cinematic. It looks kind of like a movie from the 90s with this 4:3 aspect ratio and the motion blur and the camera lens. Very interesting. I think what I'm going to do at this point is just blow through a bunch of my prompts, and hopefully they load by the end of this video so I can show you guys some of the stuff that I want to actually experiment with. Future Matt is here to say that they did not load. However, I plan on doing a live stream tomorrow when things have calmed down a little bit where we can generate together. I take some of your prompts and I'll show you all of the prompts that I made in today's video. Be on the lookout for that live stream tomorrow. I think that this will be pretty fun. Drone footage, wide angle, macro view following a bunny through a field and into his rabbit hole. Pixar style animated character who is a lemon with sunglasses floating in the middle of the ocean. I mean, I have no idea how to prompt this thing. Animated cat runs and jumps through a TV and becomes a real cat after he jumps out of the TV. I'm sure you guys can kind of pick up on what I'm trying to get at with a lot of these prompts, but we'll see if the LumaLabs bot can dream machine these up. Fast-paced dolly zoom from a wide angle of a person to a microscopic view of their eye. Again, not a single generation loading. Let's just keep putting them in. iPhone shot. Toaster springing toast into the sky very fast. Oh yeah, we have image upload. Let's try some of that. All right, I'm going to try this guy climbing a mountain. Now I'm going to go ahead and upload a real photo that I took. Slow drone shot down a river Bank. Oh, this one actually gave me an error, so at least these are in the queue. That's good to know. Wow. Oh my god, I think the site is like completely done. Yep, I can no longer get any prompts through. We're just gonna have to stick with these for now. I actually went ahead and I DM'd LumaLabs about this and they said, sorry, ginormous queues. So it looks like the stuff that I have in right now will eventually generate, but it's just gonna take a long time. So much for the fast generation, at least for now. I'm sure they'll fix it, you know, within like a few weeks or whatever, but kind of aggravating. Anyways, I've got some new gens on my Discord for you guys to take a peek at here. GameTime2 uploaded all of these clips, and he says that he is working on maybe making a music video, and you can see that they all have pretty consistent themes, pretty consistent styles. It's pretty impressive what you can get up to so far with this new Dream Machine music generator. All right, for now, folks, let's take a look at a few more community-made examples here. This is all coming from the LumaLabs Discord server. You can see this is a guy, you know, riding in, you know, a nice sleek car, maybe from the 70s or something like that, down a nice highway with the sunset in like Miami or something. Really cool generation. This is really cool because it's kind of like a preview at the animated video capabilities that this thing will have. I mean, in a few years, you're going to be able to make an animated movie all by yourself just by prompting an AI video generator. How cool is that? This honestly looks pretty darn good. Like, the character's movement isn't bad, and like the zoom up, like, it looks pretty good. It's not super high res or anything, but we're definitely getting there. So this is clearly a scene from Detective Pikachu, and you can see that it does an alright job at keeping him looking like a consistent character. And then it kind of morphs. Here we've got another one. This looks like it's a little bit more in a higher resolution, but yeah, you can see that it has that 9:16 aspect ratio, that phone aspect ratio, so it can do a whole wide range of them, which is really nice to see. Lets you get a little bit more creative with your generations and how your compositions work in the scenes. This is a pretty funny, but overall pretty nice looking actually generation from the Discord server. You can see it's like a little laptop with a keyboard, and then a guy just goes over and starts to twiddle his fingers on it, which is, I mean, clearly he's supposed to be playing the piano in the video, but the movement's nice, and I like the way that his fingers are just moving so rapidly and so fast. It's just really entertaining. Here is a screenshot from an actual video game. Here again, you can see that it does a pretty good job at keeping these screenshots and images consistent and keeping the movement making sense with what's going to happen theoretically in the scene. Again, yet another screenshot from an actual video game where it shows the camera moving around and everything, and it actually looks pretty darn good. It was definitely trained on a decent amount of video game footage, which is pretty easy to come by. This one's by Jason Key, again, finding these all on the LumaLabs Discord, but the prompt apparently was oil fire, and you can see the fire looks realistic, the smoke looks really good. I mean, this is by no means a bad video generator at all. I mean, it definitely gets the job done. It might not be as good as Kling AI, it might not be as good as Sora, but it's definitely in that competitive realm. I mean, it's definitely nothing to snuff at. There's a lot going on here, and this technology is advanced. It requires a ton of compute. I am really impressed with what they've built so far. I think this one is really impressive too, because you can see it keeps like the ammo, the health, the armor, all of these statistics down at the bottom nice and coherent as the camera moves around. Like, there's no morphing down there, which is honestly something that I did not anticipate it to be so good at. It seems like thus far a lot of people are really enjoying the image to video generation capabilities right now, where you can kind of just slot any old image in and it does a really good job at continuing it and kind of bringing that image to life. Again, you can see some actual Minecraft footage here. It does a pretty good job at keeping it consistent. I mean, everything kind of gets a little bit blurry, but still, it's really impressive for where this technology is headed. In a year, where do you think it's going to be at? In 2 years, where do you think it's going to be at? It's just really important to keep in mind that this is the worst this technology will ever be, and that's shocking because it's already good enough for some small use cases, and like this just came out, like the advancements are rapid. Sora was so far ahead of everything else, we don't have access to it, but now we've got Kling. Oh, now we've got the Luma one, which we can actually access, and good AI video generation is absolutely on its way. All we need now is an open source model to really let us hit our max exploration capabilities. Anyways, as always, guys, I am going to go ahead and link you guys some example tweets down below that have a ton of really interesting generations, some nice cherry picks, so you can see what this thing can really get up to, like this nice realistic chicken that is kind of moving his head in like a way that you would expect the chicken to. There's a lot of examples floating around because this thing, you know, like I said, it's actually accessible to everybody somewhat if they ever figure this queue and server problem out. Hopefully by the time that you guys see this video and check it out, and with the link in the description below, it actually starts to work quite well. I mean, so much creative ideas, so many creative possibilities. I just want to get access. And again, this begs the question, OpenAI, where is your Sora access? Hey, I just wanted to say thank you so much to everyone for watching. Again, if you want to know about this stuff right as it happens, I highly suggest you both follow me on Twitter and join my Discord. Trying to make some good changes around here, some awesome video content coming soon. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.